If you're an online coach trying to get clients off social media, you need to understand how the algorithms are working in 2025 and why only using social media for lead generation is missing out on the easiest way to sign new clients. So in this video, I'm going to break down the system that I use to take advantage of the most underrated audience building strategy that allowed me to sell hundreds of thousands of dollars of coaching packages without social media. Now to start, you need to understand the huge problem that social media is causing for many coaching businesses and how it's only going to get worse and more difficult to get clients if you're only using platforms like Instagram or TikTok. Now, as I'm sure you've noticed, all of social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, they're all kind of becoming this one big For You page. What that means is that the people who follow you on social media, most of them probably actually never see your content. And this is very clear when you scroll through Reels on Instagram, for example. It's very rare to see somebody there that you actually follow. And that's where the majority of people are spending their time on Instagram. So when you post anything, especially videos, typically 70% or more of the views come from people who do not actually follow you. You're lucky if you can even reach 15% of the actual followers or audience that you've built with any given post. So what this means is followers are becoming even more of a vanity metric than they ever were before. They're practically meaningless, and building a social media audience is kind of becoming pointless. After all, what's the point if you can't even reach them with your content? Because if you can't reach your followers with your content, then you have no way to nurture your leads and warm them up. So even if you're messaging every single follower that you gain, it's highly unlikely that you're going to be able to convert them into clients because they haven't gone through the process of building know, like, and trust with your content yet. And it gets worse. If we combine this with the fact that you don't really own your social media audience in any way at all, and it can be taken away from you at any time for no reason, and you can get shadow banned and make it extremely difficult or more difficult to reach your content and basically just end up with a completely dead Instagram account, it's becoming a huge liability to only rely on social media. And it's becoming more and more difficult to convert people from cold to sold, relying on only social media itself. So what's the solution? Do you just give up and throw in the towel? Should you obsess over improving your content quality? Should you optimize everything for more views, reach, and engagement? Should you try to become the next Mr. Beast and dedicate your entire life to producing the world's best content? Well, I don't think that's a good idea, because I don't think that your content is the problem. The problem is the algorithm and how it's optimizing for getting people stuck on the app, not for helping you nurture the leads and the audience that you've built and build a business. And there's a much better, easier, and faster way to take your leads from cold to sold without relying on social media at all. That answer is email. Rather than you just take my word for it, I'll share a couple of quick stories with you to kind of explain why I believe that email is the most underrated marketing platform and audience builder. So first, in my previous business, my coaching businesses, I built an audience of 427,000 followers across Instagram and TikTok. But my email list that I built at the time was only a little under 12,000 subscribers. I think it was 11,800 and something. So if we do some quick math there, that's about 2.7% the total size of my audience with that email list. But, and it's a really big but, about 52% of my client sales and revenue came from my email list. So what that means, if we do a little more fancy math, every single email subscriber was 39 times more valuable than any social media follower that I had at the time. And there's two reasons for this. Number one, the people on your email list are typically your best quality leads because to get onto your list in the first place, they're required to take some sort of action by raising their hand in your content saying, I'm interested. And then after you send them an opt-in page, they have to give you their name, their email address, and subscribe to your email list. It's some action. It's not huge, but it's a hell of a lot more than all of your dead social media followers have done for you, right? So because of this, because these people are already in motion, they're already in momentum, they've taken action with you, email list subscribers are typically much more responsive and more interested in your coaching offers. Reason number two is that kind of what we talked about at the beginning of this video here. When you post on social media, you're lucky if you can even reach 15% of your followers with any given post. But when you hit send on email, every single one of those subscribers gets that email in their inbox every time. So not only do you have an audience of better leads, but you have a more predictable and controllable way to reach them on demand. Now, story number two is a bit of a horror story. So one morning back in early 2024, I think it was end of February or early March 2024, I opened up my Instagram account and I saw a terrifying message that said something along the lines of, "We've suspended your account. Your account or your activity on it did not follow our community guidelines." That was it. My account was gone. No explanation, no more details than that, no chance to appeal, no support to reach out to, no way to get it back. 131,000 followers just gone overnight. Now, thankfully, a mentor of mine, a previous mentor of mine, had warned me that this was a possibility many years ago and told me to start building an email list, just like I'm telling you to do right now. So thankfully, at that time, I still had my email list of almost 12,000 subscribers, so my business didn't die overnight with my Instagram profile. But this can happen at any time to anyone for no apparent reason at all. So I want you to think for a moment here. If your Instagram account got the big delete button tonight and it was gone, what would happen to your business tomorrow? Would you be okay, or would you be flipping burgers next month to pay the bills? So those two stories, those two reasons there are why I'm so committed to focusing on email as my primary platform and audience, and only using social media as a tool to grow my email list rather than relying on it to build my business. So here's my suggestion for you, a couple suggestions for you. If you haven't already, start building your email list now. Start making it a priority. If you want to reach your best leads and consistently sign new clients, you're going to need one. If you want an audience that you own that can never be taken away from you, you're going to need an email list. Now, so I'll give you a couple action steps as well that you can use to start this process. Number one, with your social media, like I said, start using it as a tool to grow your email list. So whatever platform you're using now, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, just start making a call to action every single day, pushing people towards your email list. You can give away a lead magnet, or you can just promote your newsletter as bonus content, and your best leads will be interested in that. You can talk about it on your posts, your videos, captions, carousels, stories, even in ads. You can pull everybody off of social media and onto your email list where you can reliably reach those best leads. Action step number 2, send an email to your list every single day. So currently, probably you're posting on content on social media each day anyways, right? And with that content you're posting, you're rarely reaching your followers. So you might as well take that same amount of effort and focus that effort on reaching your best prospects on email who have already taken action and put themselves into momentum with you by simply sending them an email every single day. Build momentum with them, show that you're consistent, and you show them that you show up. So there shouldn't be more work for you either, right? Like I talked about, you're probably already posting content on social media already. So just repurpose that content that you already have on social media and send it to your email list. Or you can do what I do. I primarily create content for email first and then repurpose that content onto my social media later on. So this is how you build an audience that you control. This is how you build an audience that you own. This is how you take your leads from cold to sold 10 times faster, because they'll likely see at least 10 times more of your content this way. Social media is only going to become more and more difficult to compete on and to reach your followers. So get started on email before it's too late. And by the way, if you want to deep dive into the full system that I've used to scale now 2 coaching businesses to over 20K per month and help dozens of other coaches add 5 to 15K per month to their profits, go watch the video somewhere on the screen here right now.